Hey everybody, if you're thinking of creating an account with Nucleon Bet, watch my review from A to Z. You're gonna wanna know all the things I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna give you some really important information you're gonna want to know before even creating an account with them. I can let you know what to expect from the site, and also I'll give you my personal opinion. Now, I'm also including a link down below. That link basically has a sign-up bonus attached to it. So when you click it, it'll bring you to Nucleon Bet's sign-up page with a bonus already activated. Now the bonus varies. Sometimes you have options. You get to choose different bonuses, whether it's a sportsbook bonus, casino bonus, and those bonuses will vary depending on your region. But the way that my link works, it'll automatically propagate the best bonus for your area, which most commonly will be a deposit match of up to €200, and you're also gonna get 50 free spins. And the spins, from what I understand from every other person that I've heard who's also been using Nucleon Bet for a while, the spins end up being quite beneficial. They're very generous spins. So anyway, with that out of the way, like I said, I've been using Nucleon Bet for a while, and the first most important thing is that they're legit and that the deposits and withdrawals work and that they pay out fast. So I personally use Skrill. They have a lot of different deposit options, a lot of different withdrawal options as well. I personally use Skrill because I trust them. You can also use Trustly. Trustly is an option you can use to deposit using online banking, but Trustly is a third-party entity. So basically, you don't have to be worried about the casino ever seeing your personal information, which makes Trustly very attractive to a lot of people. I personally would go with the Trustly option or some kind of e-wallet. In my case, I chose Skrill. My deposit was instant, and when I withdrew with Skrill, for the most part, it took about 30 minutes for any withdrawal to hit my Skrill account. I think one time it took 12 hours, and that was just one occasion, and I withdrew multiple times. So that was the exception, not the rule. That being said, I will throw out there that this might disappoint some of you, but Nucleon Bet currently isn't accepting PayPal, which I know is a turnoff for a lot of people, but again, as long as you can use an e-wallet or a trusted source like Trustly, you don't have anything to worry about. Now, one of the big pluses for me regarding Nucleon Bet is the fact that it could legitimately be like your one-stop shop as far as a betting site goes, because it's not just an online casino, it's an online casino and it's an online sportsbook, and they have a live casino, which for me and everyone else that I know, that live casino thing is usually a make it or break it, basically a deal breaker. You have a live casino, I'll consider you. If you don't, a lot of people just get turned off by that. So that's a really big plus for me. Now, what you can expect from the live casino is a crap ton of games, including newer games, variations of classic games, like variations of roulette, variations of baccarat. They have quite a few variations of baccarat, actually. And I will say this, I like to test out games that I've never seen before, especially when I'm on a betting site that has a good live casino library. And there were two games that ended up being not only really fun, because the interaction, but I also was able to win a lot of money really quickly. I won about $300, about the same amount on each game, which was wild. One of them was called Boom City, and the other one was called Wild Hop and Drop. So just a little nugget out there. You should definitely test out those games once you create your account. Now, as far as Nucleon Bet's sportsbook, I wasn't too blown away by the odds, but depending on the sport, some of the odds actually are pretty competitive. And what I do like about their sportsbook is they have a huge library of sports you can choose to bet on, including the more obscure sports like snooker, Gaelic football, even darts. And if you're like me and you basically only like betting on live sporting events, I checked for the entire, I would say, last 8 weeks that I've been kind of testing Nucleon Bet out. I checked intermittently almost daily, and at any given point, whether it's 2 p.m. on a random Tuesday or whatever time it was, there was always a huge amount of live sporting events from all over the world that I could choose to place a bet on. And that includes both the more mainstream sports and the more obscure sports. So that was really impressive. Now, a couple of last things that I'll throw out there is little bit of an extra perk, with Nucleon Bet. A couple of things I really liked. Number one was the fact that they have, besides your initial sign-up bonus, you actually have quite a bit of ongoing promotions as well. And they're repetitive. So for example, every Wednesday is Reload Wednesday. So you get a deposit reloaded, or every Friday there's something. And there's other ongoing promotions that vary month to month. And a little feature that they have that a lot of a lot of online casinos don't allow, and I feel like it should be the rule, it should be the standard. But anyway, they have a fun feature, not for all their games, but quite a bit of their casino games. There's a fun feature where you can play without betting any money, just so you can test out the game and see how the rules work and see if you actually like it before actually wagering a bet on that game. And the last thing I'll mention is the site's actually really beautiful. The user interface is incredible, and their servers are obviously really strong, because even on a Friday night on their live casino, there's no lagging or anything like that. You know, sometimes these lower tier online casinos, you go to do some live betting, or even especially it makes you want to pull your hair out when you're trying to make a bet on a live sporting event, and the streaming is really awful. So their streaming was seamless, very impressive. User interface was beautiful. I personally don't really have a negative or a con to say about the site. I think it's pretty solid. The only thing I would say for a lot of you out there, and I get it, a lot of you really get turned off by that no PayPal. A lot of people seem to think that PayPal isn't just a convenient way to deposit funds into your online casino, but people look at it as like a security blanket or like a stamp of trust, because PayPal really scrutinizes, anyone they're going to work with. So for you to be able to allow PayPal to be used on your site, for a lot of people, that's a huge trust factor. I can assure you, I've deposited a good amount of money on the site, withdrew a lot of money. I did my homework. It's not a scammy site. It's a complete legit online casino. Just because they don't accept PayPal doesn't mean any you should think any less of them. I was actually really pleasantly surprised by how much fun I actually had on the site, and I actually was able to win quite a bit of money, like, effortlessly. So anyway, that being said, hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget that link down below is your ticket to getting that badass sign-up bonus if you want to take advantage of that. That being said, I'll see you in the next video.